Welcome back to the eSports Report. Mr. X in studio today. Currently, we're going to be discussing the Call of Duty Champs maps and modes officially revealed on the Call of Duty website. We can take a look at that. It goes round by round of what maps and modes they are going to be playing throughout the weekend at the Call of Duty World Championship. Looks like group play when Team 1 versus Team 2 comes up. See the big red arrow to kind of emphasize where we're at. Team 1 versus Team 2 and Team 3 versus Team 4. So these are all pool play matchups. You will see, some Solar Hardpoint, Biolab, S&D, CTF Retreat, Bio Uplink, S&D Detroit. We go further down. This is the first time we will be seeing Drift in a Team 1 versus 4 matchup and Team 2 versus 3 in pool play. So that is what you will be seeing there. And if you were just new, trying to figure out what's going on, Drift S&D will be replacing Recovery S&D at Call of Duty World Championships presented by Xbox. Then this goes into the winner's bracket. So this is your upper bracket. Once we get to that point of the weekend, you will see note Drift again here. Upper bracket round 2 will be a game 5 in S&D. Going through even some more. Going all the way to the grand finals. Let's take a look at the grand final matchup. So it's going to be a Hardpoint Detroit, a Drift S&D, Comeback Uplink, a Bio CTF, a S&D on Riot. Then if a second series is necessary, you'll get these maps down here at the bottom. It'll be a Terrace S&D, Solar Hardpoint, Retreat CTF, a Bio Uplink, and then a Detroit S&D game 5 if it comes down to that. Hopefully it does. That would be pretty sweet. One thing you will also notice is that Biolab CTF back in, decided to take Drift CTF out, put Biolab CTF back in. So Drift will be featured in the grand finals though of Call of Duty World Championships, and you will get that on Search and Destroy. So I'm excited for that DLC in Call of Duty Championships in the competitive scene. Definitely a nice addition that I think should be welcomed by everybody. I think we keep freshening up the map rotation. Definitely keeps the game alive through the extent of the title. But let's go to the Castoff recap. Last night, insane ending to the Castoff. Just an up and down season, just emotionally for everybody involved, myself included. It's very difficult to eliminate people. And at the end, we did crown our winner, who will be joining us in LA. If you missed it, check it out.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Castoff. This is the final segment in this first season, and honestly, I am so excited with the final 2 we have right here. We had a fantastic final 4. With these 2 in our final 2, no real surprise for me, especially after watching them on that day 2. But now we have one final decision to make, guys, and let's start it off with you, Ben.
Okay.
Talk me through your notes on both casters. Who you want to start with?
I'm going to start with Fox. His game 3 was significantly better than game 2. His game 2 was, I would say, maybe like a 6 out of 10. His game 1 was probably like an 8. His game 3, I would say, was right back up there in terms of caliber. So he kind of picked things up after a really shaky session destroy, which surprised me because he was driving at the same time. His driving skills questionable, but again, we can't judge people on that because they have to drive when they get to champs. But yeah, as I said, he kind of picked things up. For me, looking at Chance, kind of what I touched on in game 1 about the breath, taking a breath. Feel free to take a breath. Like, the moment's still going to be there. Like, you can chill. Although it is very impressive. You can talk for a while. One thing that he did mention was about the AK-12 and the mind games. Me and Ray
I asked him. I put him on blast there. I was like, why switch over to the AK-12 when the name was there behind rock?
That's like one of the only mistakes I think he's probably made. It wasn't a mistake. Me and Ray were on the analyst desk, and we were listening to you guys. And as soon as he said it, me and Ray both kind of went like, "What? Like, what? Where is this? Where is this going?"
I was like, "That's a Puckett style answer, though. You spun it to where people aren't going to question it."
But like for me and Ray, who were kind of sat there listening, we were like,
I would have looked at him like,
right?
What does it even mean?
Right? What does that mean? But again, that was like his only mistake, and you put the 2 together, and it's like, well, try and look aside Fox's game 2, which was kind of riddled with a couple of mistakes, and cutting me off and kind of talking over me. I think this is not going to be an easy decision. Matt, what were your notes on the 2?
I thought Fox's CTF was much better than the second one. The S&D was really a struggle for him. Went back to kind of that first game. Not the best driving that we've ever seen, but I mean, you expect that out of these guys. I mean, they're not really driving out too much in the Codcaster. You set him up a few times, made some nice calls, and made some nice calls himself, on strategy and overall. Just did a very nice job. Chance had a mix up at the beginning. Third game is always going to be a CTF or an uplink. don't really play hardpoint too much in a game 3. Well, I don't think anyone's ever played hardpoint really in a game 3. And then the AK-12 thing, that was a little bit odd. But otherwise, nope. For the first time for both of these guys, pretty nice driving skills. Didn't think it was something where, all right, I haven't seen a kill in 15 minutes.
Right.
Give me the controller back. It was watchable, so I'm a fan of that. No, good strategy and breakdown from Chance as well. Very nice showing from both guys.
I liked Fox's call. Definitely out of these two, when you look at just the CTF cast, Fox by far the stronger cast to close things out. He explained the team colors 40 seconds in. It's a little bit long to let it go, but the fact that you did it was a big key there. The Fox had a lot of stutters and stammering when he got lost on the damage. Couldn't really pull himself out of that one. He knew the fact that a stun does one damage,
one hit point damage,
but wasn't able to really follow that up. Also, it seems like when you're listening to Fox, he starts a sentence. He's so worried about making a mistake or saying something wrong that he backs his sentence up, then says it correctly. And while it's great to go back and fix your mistakes, there are so many times where I'm like, you just said the dumbest thing, but keep going so that you're not distracting the viewers. And I think that's something he's going to have to work on and be more conscious of.
I was just going to say that's a fantastic point.
Thank you, sir. And then also at the end, I heard Fox say, this match was so exciting. It's like, you have no excitement in your voice, dude. You can't use hyperbole words if you're not going to back it up with the
excited yourself
with the delivery there. Chance had a really rough time driving, and it was something obviously that he had not practiced nearly enough.
Right.
Really didn't probably fight for the controller enough in their warm-up rounds to get confident and get used to it. And I think it led to him speaking very fast when he was doing the play-by-play. So,
any other?
No, I mean, you guys pretty much hit everything.
See, I have a way. Wait. I have a way. I have a way we can do this without any of us being the bad guy.
Oh, man.
Because traditionally we kind of have that argument, no one wants to be the bad guy. If we all say the person that we think should win, like on 3, like 1, 2, 3, and then the person, then technically none of us are the bad guy.
I'm down for this.
Are you down for that?
I mean, obviously I don't want to be the bad guy. Of course I'm going to sign up for this.
Okay,
Because if I would have said no, I would have been immediately thrown under the bus.
You're going first.
Everyone would have been like, you're going.
All right, well, let's have a look
How
at
do
our
we do
contestants
this?
one more
I don't
time.
know.
Well, I'm going to count us
You're
down.
going to count.
All right, there they are.
Chance on the left, Fox the Don.
Castoff finalist. One of them will be advancing to the Los Angeles Call of Duty Championship presented by Xbox, and will be casting alongside veterans from all around the globe. Ben, count us down.
Okay. Good luck to both of you. Chance is doing a countdown. See, this is the Chance I wanted to see. Oh, Lord.
I hate watching this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Chance.
Chance is going through unanimously.
Wow.
I was leaning towards Fox all the way up until the North American Championship. At the end of day 1, I was still on board with Fox, but the way Chance handled himself in the cast with me, and after going back and reviewing the footage now that I had more time, I thought he was the most well-rounded contestant, and especially had the best game knowledge, or at least was able to deliver that in the appropriate times.
I want to talk to them both, but first of all, Chance, if you could stay on Skype, can we talk to Fox real quick? Obviously, runner-up. Fox, massive congratulations, first of all, getting this far. I know it has to kind of suck finishing in second place, but kind of what we talked about to Dirk. You did a really, really good job. There's definite areas you can improve on, but that's something which is going to come in time. That was your first ever event you casted at. Like, if my first event went as smooth as that, I would be so happy.
My first didn't, yeah.
Yeah, no. my first was an absolute... It was terrible. I honestly don't even want to think about
I deleted the VOD so no one can watch it.
That's kind of evil. But honestly, Fox, like, you have a great fan base already there, already built in. You know the community, you know everything. I expect to see you in the booth again. I think that would be ridiculous if we don't see you again. But just keep going in strides. And I mean, you had that kind of conversation when we were in Columbus about, you want to try and make this your full-time job. Don't let this deter that.
You can do it.
If that's the goal, always have that in your mindset. Always make that the goal.
I mean, that's kind of, it's like completely different, a little bit different, but I mean, when I was like 17, I was starting out as a player, I kind of made the decision early, like, okay, I'm going to turn this into a full-time career somehow, like through any way. Took me like 10 years. But
you did it.
Took me 10 years and 3 different, tries, player, manager, whatnot. You definitely have what it takes, though. You definitely have the determination. You have the just Will, you really want it, so you can definitely make it happen, dude.
Great, thank you.
Fox.
I'm glad I made the mistakes here rather than at Champs. You know, I'm glad that I can take this and learn from it, and hopefully in the future I'm able to work with you. There's definitely things I want to work on that you touched on several times, and thank you for that.
Chance, I mean, what can we say about this guy? He impressed all of us amongst every kind of aspect of the weekend.
Puckett didn't want to put him through when he saw us.
I want to point out, you didn't want to. I had to fight you to the death to put this man through, and look at him now, winning the competition.
Mr. Blue going big.
Hashtag Blue Wall.
Chance, you proved me wrong. After watching just your initial submission, I didn't think you could put on hype. I didn't think you could find those moments. When you called the final 10 seconds, I didn't call it. You called the final 10 seconds of Prophecy, mounting that comeback against Envy and falling just short. That's when I knew that you were my guy moving forward to Champs, and that was before I saw the other cast-off contestants. You showed me everything that I'm needing from the caster at the next level. Fantastic work throughout the weekend, my friend.
Chance, how do you feel right now?
I feel pretty satisfied, I have to say.
Satisfied.
The relief. Has to be a relief. I mean, kind of crazy. That's what I love. It's like just funny.
Most people will be like running around, adrenaline chance, just like, yeah, nah, job done, job done. Came, saw, conquered.
Chance, you were kind of talking to, I think it was Paul, my producer, and you mentioned you didn't know how far you wanted to take casting. Now that you've won the competition, you know you're going to LA, you're going to be in front of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in just a few weeks. How do you feel about this new position, and what's your goals from here on out?
You know, coming into this, I was really excited for the competition, more so just of justification of how much I've played Call of Duty specifically for the past 5-6 years. So being able to say now that I've turned something that most people see as non-productive into a positive thing makes me excited. Like, you know, a lot of people, or me especially, not exactly proud of how much I play video games just because it has like a negative connotation to it. But now, like, it's something I can be proud of and be like, hey guys, like, I went to LA, or hopefully I make it to LA if something goes wrong with the flights again. But say I've been able to turn something positive out of that. I don't know, I'm excited. This is pretty cool.
No, you should be. I mean, there for years I didn't tell anybody I was involved in video games. I would tell everybody when I would go to events that I was going out of town to work with my dad. And then, nope, turned it into a career, started doing awesome stuff, like going to LA to catch champs. And then it's something cool you can share with everybody. I think that's great to take a passion and turn it into something you can share with everyone.
Big shout out to everyone who watched the cast-off from the beginning. Chance, final moment, any shout out to your fans that you've gained over the last 3 weeks?
I don't know, my phone's been blowing up like crazy. It's just an entirely huge Twitter feed. So I don't know, shout out to everybody, I guess.
Somebody in the chat said you hit 1,000. So you were at like 400. Got a little bit of a bump.
Got a little bit of a bump. That's what I like to see. I imagine that bump will be a little bit higher after a weekend in Los Angeles, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is going to do it for our show. Chance, your first ever cast-off champion. You can catch him live, as well as all three of us, from Los Angeles, March 27th through the 29th. You can watch it on your MLG apps through Xbox One, Xbox 360, and, of course, right here on MLG.TV. It's been one hell of an experience and one that I hope to replicate very soon.
Yeah.
Cast-off 2 has to be in the works here. I'm going to go talk to Sepso about making something awesome happen here.
Let's raise the stakes. Congrats again to Chance, Castoff, Season 1 winner. You're going to be able to catch him casting live. The Call of Duty World Championship presented by Xbox is going to be March 27th through the 29th. Obviously, you don't want to miss that event. Going to be the craziest event of the entire year. But when we come back from this quick commercial break, we're going to recap Pro League Season 2. Started up on Monday. We're going to recap the first night and the second night, so stay tuned.